Important first of 6 one-day internationals between New Zealand and Pakistan.
Yes, game one of a very important 6 for these fellas out here. Daniel Vittorian, welcome back to Shahid Afridi, and a welcome to New Zealand for the first time to match ref Alan Hurst. All right.
Okay. It's cool. It's ahead. Pakistan.
You've won the toss, and what are you going to do, Shahid?
Yeah, bat first.
What's the rationale behind that?
I think it's pretty much dry, and I think we're trying to put some decent total on wicket and try to defend it.
A lot of the series is about development towards the World Cup, but how match ready is this Pakistan team for the World Cup?
I think there is a few things we want to experiment a few things, but I think let's see how's the game's going, and definitely we have got a very good squad for a World Cup, and I'm very positive, and each and every game is very important.
I'll put you on the spot a little bit here. I have heard that they haven't quite named their captain for the World Cup, so you're talking a little bit about tinkering. So it's a hard scenario for you as the captain here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it's not about as a captain. But I think I'm enjoying my cricket as a player, as a captain, and whatever is a World Cup in front of us, and we all are focusing on the World Cup.
I know it was test matches, but how much confidence do you take from that series?
I think the boys, they've done a great job, and I think good to see Misbah. He's in a very good form, and good to see Sohail Tanveer as well. He's back, and I think it's a very good combination.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks, man.
Dan, bowling first, any problems with that?
We're going to have a bat first, but I think it's going to be a pretty good wicket. Two in the groundsman, similar to the one that we played India on a few years ago, so they had a lot of runs in it, and we expect the same, but it'll probably stay pretty true the whole way through.
Strange old scenario. Here you are playing a series in New Zealand, and you probably want conditions that favour the opposition.
Yeah, I suppose in terms of in preparation, looking towards a World Cup, but I think we're about confidence building at the moment, and we need to win some games, and I think that'll do us more than anything leading into that World Cup.
Confidence and formula building, I guess, tinkering with the order just a little bit today?
Yeah, there's a few changes, and I think throughout the series there'll be a couple. We're obviously down to our 15-man squad, so amongst there, that hopefully we can come up with some solutions before we head into that World Cup, because that's going to be the most important thing, playing the last few games here with a settled lineup.
A lot of the talk when it comes to tinkering is about the batting, but what about the bowling?
Well, we've got a few changes here. Obviously, Kyle Mills has been a staple part of the team for a long time, so he misses out, gives the likes of Hamish Bennett and Tim Southey to step up and really lead the attack, and I think we'll see a lot from our, not so much our bits and pieces, but the likes of Styris and Ryder. Franklin will bowl a lot more in this series.
Is winning still the most important thing here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think conditions are irrelevant, and even sometimes looking to the World Cup's not the right thing to do. It's about today. It's about winning today.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Well, Pakistan have won the toss and will bat first. We'll just wander down here, and I did mention at the toss that, well, I'll tell you what, if I was in charge of New Zealand cricket, and it's probably not that far off, I would say produce me flat, dry surfaces just like the subcontinent. Dooley, you're going to tell us about what is this one like, but also it's a nice day.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day, Rick, and I'm glad you're not in charge of New Zealand cricket no time soon, because all the ground staff are trying to do here is produce a very good surface, and I think they've done it. We'll take a look at the weather before we go too much further, though. Overcast conditions for the afternoon, a possibility of some showers later on. Let's hope they stay away. 18-degree maximum. We've got southeasterly winds at 20 kilometres per hour. The light is good and very low humidity, which is also quite comfortable for the players. Well, this ground has come up very, very well. The good thing about this for the ground staff is they've had 16 days of preparation on the surface. When you move these drop-in pitches around too close to the game starting, they tend to buckle and bow a little bit, and they're quite hard to get flat enough. But 16 days is plenty of time. I think this is a really good-looking pitch. 230, 240 has proved to be a very good score in the past here on this ground, so any more than that for Pakistan batting first should be pretty good. It's got a nice sound to it, quite hard, and there's some good grass coverage on it as well. It's around about 14 millimetres, the grass on the pitch, but it's old and it's quite straw coloured, which is nice. The outfield's at 13 millimetres, and it should be reasonably quick as well. It's a beautiful lush green outfield. We've got fairly good sized boundaries here at this ground. We've got 63 metres away to the western side, 57 out to the east, and from the middle down the ground it's about 75, 76 metres at both ends. So it's a decent hit down the ground, and it is a fairly good hit sideways as well. So not easy to find at the boundaries, but all in all a very good surface. I think a score of in excess of 240 is a necessity batting first.
Cheers, Dooley. Thanks for that. Just confirming those two sides named at the toss. Yes, Pakistan batting first. They'll have their keeper batsman Kamran Akmal, the older brother, back in the side with Muhammad Hafiz. Then Yunus Khan, Asad Jafiq, Misbah ul Haq, very much in form. Umar Akmal, exciting player, and Shahid Afridi with Abdul Razak. That is a terrific middle order. then Raymond Tanvir and yes, Shoaib Akhtar on the side. New Zealand are going to try Jesse Ryder and Martin Guptill at the top, which means Brendan McCullum comes in the number 6 spot to close the deal, with Jacob Oram listed to come in at 7. And yes, Hamish Bennett and Tim Southey, the new ball perhaps under the watchful eye of Alan Donald.
Cameron Akmal was new to the tour, but not new to the team. Hello everyone, wherever you are. Yes, this is game 1 of a very important 6 for both these teams as they look to build towards this World Cup. Both teams saying that they will do just a little bit of tinkering, and I think the most important thing for both these teams is confidence. The confidence that comes from winning. Here's James Franklin. Will there be any swing? That's why he's opening the bowling. Pretty straight there.
Kamran Akmal replacing his brother. So unkind of him. Adnan Akmal has gone back home and being replaced by another Akmal.
Good strike. So nearly look at the pace of this outfield, and as always, it's very well cut here. Nice way to get underway.
But really is a confident beginning from Kamran Akmal. Saw the line, saw a little bit of width, opened the face of the blade and used the angle perfectly. Beautiful square drive to get things rolling for Pakistan.
Mohammad Hafiz, who was striking the ball pretty well in the T20 games.
I see his record and only noticed now that he hasn't yet scored 100 in one-day international. Now, as an opener, as someone who bats in the front line, I think he needs to get to a 3-figure as quickly as possible, because that'll give him a lot of lift and confidence.
All down. There was some genuine interest there, and that'll be interesting to see if that has come off the inside edge. 5 without loss.
Brendan McCullum keeping wickets. Could be just a little bit rusty. This really was, could have been a very good catch there. Clearly an inside edge and had to go the other way. Probably late in getting across to that when Brendan McCullum grassing it. Would have been a great catch. And it would have been great for New Zealand.
Now, some interest there because it might have hit the pad first. Tim Southey went up very hard indeed. There was definitely some bat in it.
Is not looking settled out there. Mohammad Hafiz, that ball came back. And thankfully for him, there's a little bit of inside-ish. Once again, getting into a tangled position there. That front foot really had to get across in line of the ball, and by that time it was far too late for him to connect it with the bat alone.
Edge! Oh, what a good wicket. What a super piece of bowling from Tim Southey. He's been swinging the ball away. He was looking so likely, and now he's got an outside edge.
Superb piece of bowling. Hafiz obviously was not comfortable at all at the crease, but you've got to give it to Southey for swinging the ball and putting it in the right area. Tremendous stuff from Southey. Just the ideal result New Zealand were hoping for with the new ball. There you see that beautiful seam position and ball angling across the right-hander's off stump. Easily taken by Brendan McCullum. Goes for not Mohammad Hafiz. Pakistan 7 for 1.
Here's Khan, who found a little bit of form in the test matches. He'll have to deal with a little bit of swing here. Boy, that's good timing there. Just came down on the outswinger and nearly hit it for 4. So a good start for him.
Better footwork from Yunus Khan, and I think that was one area where Mohammad Hafiz struggled big time. 208 matches for Yunus Khan. Plenty of one-day runs, but would you believe it? He's played in 15 different countries and playing his first one-day international here in New Zealand. Extravagant movement outside the off stump. Hafiz hanging his bat at that one. Nicely taken by Brendan McCullum.
Edge again. This one's wide. And it's gone for 4.
Saudi was in business again. 2 slips in place. Yunus Khan somehow avoided both of them. Just a little wide, I think, this time, Saudi, when you compare the ball that he got rid of Hafiz, and Yunus Khan was also more striding forward to that one.
Boy, that's an expensive stroke, isn't it? Good length ball that wide, swinging away. Oh, it's another ripper from Saudi, swinging and seaming a little bit too.
As we all know, as an opener, you got to be lucky as well, because you'll get some absolute unplayable balls just like that. And he could have easily edged that one. But extravagant swing really got the ball away from the outside edge. Kamran Akmal.
Oh, that wasn't timed at all. Wow, just lobbed away from the man up there, but because he's in the ring, it dribbles into the rope for 4. A little bit streaky.
James Franklin experimenting with the shorter line with no one on the boundary rope. Man in the ring on the leg side. Just not a good delivery, not good thinking from James Franklin, who's been pretty miserly so far.
They've got him. That's Jesse Ryder there. He's got a wonderful set of hands. It was flashed out. It was carried quickly. Kamran Akmal's been once again frustrated into expensive stroke outside the line of off start, and he goes. Well, brilliant stuff by Tim Southey, and Ryder, he's an athletic man in that position behind square. Not a great start to his tour. Pakistan 22 for 2. Asad Shafiq's the new man for Pakistan, just in his 11th match, so he hasn't really got underway. High score of 50. And Tim Southey continuing on his form, Dooley.
And again, it's nice shape. He's very athletic, Jesse Ryder. It was a tough catch away and high to his left. Inside edge, a very good catch. He's walking in there quite quickly as well. You've got to remember that. He's had to change direction. It was a loose stroke, but a good catch. 2 hands to it. Oh, inside edge this time. And that'll run away for 4. So that one's seaming back in. And such Shafiq is underway, but not very convincing.
It's very close. You got a feel for the batter. He's got 2 beautiful outswingers, and then the one that's jagged back in.
Slightly wide of the crease again, through to the keeper. It's 26 for 2. Oh, he's on the money straight away.
Yeah, Oram now considered a bowling all-rounder. He's got good seam position, and bounce has always been his strength.
Another beauty, as I said, just seam up. But he's not quick by any stretch, but it's quick enough with that height.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Great control of line. He'll bowl pretty boring. That's generally what he does. Uses his height. Not as quick as what he used to be, Oram. And probably the opposite to Southey. Doesn't attack the crease as much as he used to, but of course he's had a lot of injuries.
Straight. Is that an inside edge? No, it's not. No, it is not, says Amish Sahiban. Tim Southey's picked up his 3rd. It looked like it was going to knock all 3 over. The only doubt was an inside edge.
Well, it's the one that's come back in off the seam. And that looks pretty good to me. Southey's delighted. I'm giving that out. Pakistan 29 for 3.